Well, it's a wonderful December rainy day here at the shop, and I just picked up this 2019 Entegra Anthem for Doug Sewell with Sewell Motor Coach out of National Indoor yesterday, and it was much better weather yesterday. Well, it feels like we were just here, but I brought help with me this time. Hi, Thomas.
The best help.
Get to check back in with National Indoor RV Center. This place is pretty cool looking, but we're gonna pick up an RV and bring it back to the shop. So much cool stuff is in there. Stop asking me about this launch 4x4 from Entegra. We got a different Entegra coming up. Good looking Anthem there.
I like it.
You jealous I get to drive it? Yeah, you're jealous. You get stuck with the stupid Prius.
I'd rather drive the Prius. I'm scared to look at that thing wrong.
You walk around, so I'm not responsible for anything. Looking at the back. Powerful K2 with a 450 Cummins. All right, Thomas, thanks a lot. I'll see you back at the shop, right?
Yes, sir.
And don't worry, you know we're gonna show it to you guys. Oh, a digital dash. Hey, check that out. I've never seen that. It's got lane departure warnings on the mirrors. All right, enough of that. I gotta get on the road. And while I'd be excited to take you guys on the roof inspection, it's too rainy for me to take you guys up there. But if I give you guys any good advice before we check back in, once it's not raining anymore, take advantage of rain. It's a good leak test to go inside, look around for any leaks coming inside. That's what I'm doing. Actually, I think I decided I wanted to take a look at this with you guys when it's raining. Besides, I got this nice canopy, nice ambient sound, right? It's not very often I get to see the open desert all saturated and wet. I can't even see my beloved Superstition Mountains over there. So I do have all the slide out rooms out. There are 4 of them, and I think I wanted to show you guys this because this is an issue I have with the way Entegra does their roofs. And I think I have pointed this out on a number of Entegras. So their roof is a sheet pylon material, very similar to Winnebago, so it's just glued down to the structure below, but this, unlike Winnebago, it does actually have framing on it. So it's not a gel coat fiberglass roof, which means the radiuses right here are actually metal. And if we look right up there just a little bit, there's a seam in the metal radius. And it's a little bit difficult to see because we have the 2 patio awnings on that side, the boxed awnings, and then the 2 panels over on this side that hide it. But if I go right in between right here, you'll see that there is molding right here. So all the way underneath both sides is basically a strip of molding. So very similar to how Forest Rivers does their Class A motorhomes with the FRP roof. You can see this piece of molding down the side with aluminum as a radius. So not only is this not a gel coat fiberglass roof on a luxury RV, it's not seamless either. And so what that means is that water isn't given a complete total chance to run off the roof because there's a lip all the way around, and so you can see water is puddling on this roof. Now, it doesn't completely compromise the roof whatsoever, but a roof is a system of trying to protect everything down below it, and the first level of protection is to get the water or snow or whatever is on the roof off of it. So I think that Entegra should look to redesign their roof a little bit. Now, puddling water, pooling water, always likes to find any crack it can. And so if we could get all this off the roof, which is why a gel coat seamless fiberglass roof is the best. I'm not seeing any leaks in the roof down below, but I do want to take advantage of this rain to kind of show the problems that I'm trying to explain when the weather's perfect and sunny, because it's hard to really visualize it. It's even more difficult when the awnings are covering the molding. So hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. And my other complaint with the Entegra roofs is that they like sewer vents. They are in love with sewer vents for some reason. Well, I'll try to count them with you guys when we go through it, but there's nothing wrong with them. It's just every sewer vent is a hole in the roof and a possible water leak down the road. So I think they could probably limit their sewer vent exposure too. But enough of my complaints. We'll go ahead and start right here. This is a gel coat fiberglass rear cap. It does have a cool spoiler on it, so water, snow, and ice can at least get off the roof, off the back here. The spoiler, it's more like a SMC adhesive that mounts the metal spoiler to the fiberglass roof. That has cracked, so I would recommend we just go ahead, fill that up with some black windshield urethane. Would be fine. Entegra likes to use the blacked out clearance lights. These do light up red, but it's kind of slick, so I'll allow that. We'll look down here. I'm not seeing anything wrong other than the other sealant paint. The sealant is allowing that paint to crack, but otherwise we look pretty good there. Entegra does use a self-leveling silicone lap sealant, so this is very rubbery. This one is colored dark, like a black coloring, so that's just dirt on top of it. Self-leveling silicone, Winnebago uses and Tiffin uses. It's a very high quality and durable lap sealant. Dicor will not stick to this, and silicone won't stick to Dicor, so you don't want to mix those two up. But the silicone generally never has to be touched up because it doesn't crack. Alright, so this is, it looks like a boxed awning, but you can see the screws right there. That means this does not open up. This is purely decorative to balance out the roof line with the patio awnings over there. So purely decorative. It is from Girard. This we've already covered is aluminum. We want to look right there for that sealant. I don't see a problem right there. Our gutter is maybe a little bit clogged. Ah, there we go. Now we're draining. That's a little bit better. We'll look at that body molding, that cap sealant. That's just 100% clear silicone. We'll look down the sidewall here. That's the dryer vent. Dryer vents are notorious for causing water leaks in sidewall. So if we see any warping or bubbling right out of the dryer vent, we know there's probably leaking, but I don't see anything there. I really still like this electric blue. It looks really nice. As of late, we've had some bad luck with some skylights, so sealant looks good. It's not cracked, and I'm looking at the corners and the flange to make sure that there are no cracks in that, but we look good. So fantastic. We finally have a good skylight. Let me go ahead and wash my hands off in my puddle of water here. And I did run the patio awnings out, so they aren't retracted all the way. Look over the side here. It does look like a little bit of a sealant gap where the radius is meeting the rear cap, and maybe that cap seal is a little bit gapped too. Otherwise, that molding looks pretty good. All right, so we have Girard slide out toppers on this one. Stitching's not failed. We'll go ahead and grab and make sure that it's not loose. I'll send you guys down to look at the top of the roof there. Looks really good. All right, as we move forward, we do have a solar panel right here. I don't know. I guess I would have to guess about 120 watt. It's not a huge panel. There's our first sewer vent. They're using that as a cable entry point. Not a fan of running loom into anything because water can easily get into there, back up, and then go into the roof. So that should probably be cut. I don't like having loom going into the roof at all. All right, so that's sewer vent number one. Otherwise, I'll grab the solar panel. We're not loose. Sealant looks good. Sealant looks good. Still self-leveling silicone here. We have a Max fan. You know how much I love these ones. Looks like it probably hasn't been opened up in quite some time, but I do have it running right now. These are, again, my favorite because when it's in the down position, it's very flush to the roof, and you just take off these two screws on each side, and the whole head of the vent comes off. Very easy to service. Otherwise, sealant looks good, and the flange surface is all underneath there. This is not a sealing surface whatsoever. We'll peer over the top of the second bedroom slide out. Fabric doesn't look bad. Another Girard slide out topper. It's not loose. Look at the top of these. These are the frameless windows. They don't seal these like a normal window like there would have been sealed with a cap seal. And again, the cap seal is just there to help redirect water like flashing around the window so it doesn't sit there on top. Otherwise, the paint looks good, the seal looks good. I'll send you guys Down again. I'm not seeing any problems with the roof. Are you guys seeing any issues? No missing hardware or anything. All right, we're done over there, and look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sewer vents. I assume these are probably a lot of pre-wires for maybe solar. I don't really know. Looks like this cap's been replaced before. I would like to see at least some sealant dabbed on those, because those have both been replaced before. This is probably the only real sewer. Those two are probably the only real sewer vents, because they are actually the Siphon 360s. And then that one's being used for the awning powers. Well, it's not really awning power. This does have the LED light strips at the bottom of the boxes there. I don't have those turned on, but that's all it's being used for. That sewer vent's cable entry point for power to the LED light strips. But I did forget the all-important kick test. The hardware looks really good. The sealant's in good shape. Get to the rear AC right here. We'll just go ahead and lean against it, make sure it's not loose. We have the second solar panel. Again, looks to be about 120 watt to me. Let's see, they've done the same thing with the loom here. I don't like seeing loom going into a vent. See, this is at least how it should have been. It should have just at least ended right there. There's going to be the power to that awning. No, I didn't kick this one. All right. If I look over the side right here, whew, this is why we look. That fabric is torn, and that fabric is torn. So that's not encouraging, is it? That seems to be an installation issue. So when the slide-out room is closed, it's probably rubbing right about here. That's disappointing. Would have thought Gerard would have thought that through a little bit better than that. All right. There's another patio awning right there. I'm just going to give it a little friendly bump. We can see that this one's not closed all the way either. So those might need to be adjusted, because I did run them out and run them back in, but obviously they didn't run in all the way. All right, since that one's torn, let's go ahead and take a look at the front of this slide-out topper. There's wear, but it's not torn, and that's going to be coming from Gerard. That's their design, I guess. I'm going to send you guys down on top to take a look, and you look pretty good. Continue on top of the radius right here. Sealant looks good. No cap seal on the window, but there is a cap seal on the light right over here. And it looks like even with that mountain of silicone, it's just finding its way over the top of it. So maybe there's a clog on that side we'll have to find. But the sidewall does not look like it's bubbling or has an issue. Slide out wall looks good, and that slide out wall looks good. We'll give this awning, or that box, a little bit of a kick. We have a second max fan over here. Again, it looks to me like maybe the previous owner didn't open this one very much either, but the sealant's intact, and that's just a string of sealant over the top of the lid there. Made our way to the second roof AC. Now these are heat pumps. We'll lean up against it, make sure it's not loose. Give it a little bit of a tug. In the galley area right here, I guess Entegra decided not to spend the extra $80 on a max fan and just get you one that would require a vent cover. I don't understand the economic reasons for that one, but it's working. And the sealant is intact. You can see we got a little bit of a puddle right there too. We'll go ahead and give this one a kick. We'll go over the top here on the driver's side front slide out. That topper's getting torn. So it's definitely a Gerard issue. You guys see an issue? I don't see an issue with the roof of the slide out, at least. We're all intact right there. And again, a little bit of a kick. Just a friendly kick. I'm sorry guys, there's a lot on the roof of these Integras. I forgot how much there's up here. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3 more sewer vents, so that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sewer vents. I think we still have one more to go. So they have the new Winegard Traveler. Looks to me to be direct TV. Give that a little bit of a jiggle. Grab that LMB horn, make sure that it's not loose. I have seen those loose. Nothing wrong with that sewer vent or that sewer vent. I assume maybe pre-wire for more solar or maybe internet. Now the base of this looks intact and fine. And now these screws right here are not, don't need to be sealed at all. These are holding the turret down to the metal base. So this flange is what's getting sealed down. These just secure the actual satellite to the metal base. So you don't want to seal these. In fact, that makes it very easy to swap out the entire satellite very easily. All right, so we have a Winegard Connect, the old series. So we have one broken mast. Those 3 tall ones are for Wi-Fi enhancement, and then the 2 small ones are for cell phone enhancement. They did run loom into that sewer vent and ran loom into that sewer vent. Not a fan of that, but the sealant's all intact and looks good. So that's why I do like the self-leveling silicone lap sealant, because it's a very durable product and you should never have a cracking or have to touch it up. So this has 3 heat pumps on it. 1, 2, 3, and those are the Coleman Mach Air. I think the Mach 8s. Oh, look at that. We had one more hidden sewer vent. So that's number 12. 12 sewer vents. Seems excessive to me. Now this is a Winegard Razor automatic TV antenna. So this is for over-the-air antenna. It replaces the Batwing old style crank-up antenna. But that's just, yeah, there's no crack right there. It's just a string of sealant that when they sealed this up, they dragged it right there, all the way up to there. To there, so it's not cracked, but that's the TV antenna. Cell phone Wi-Fi satellite. Up here is going to be the radio antenna. Mast sealant looks good. We have the gel coat fiberglass molded front cap there. Now we don't want to walk on this. This is not designed to be walked on, but I will walk on the seam right here to see if there's anything loose. We will peer over the side here. Whoa, that sealant looks fine. At least that fabric's not loose on this side. Looks like we do have a loose slide out seal that needs to be put back on. And then right here on the entry door awning, sealant looks good. That molding looks good. Even that doesn't look too bad. Look at that, I got the LED light strip on. Right there. That's what the other side was supposed to look like. Alright, so no problems with the sealant here. Give this a little bit of a friendly kick. Fabric's not loose there. Looks like we got a screw. Let's see if I can't get that out. Alright. And although it is clogged, the water's not running this way, so it might just be uphill a little bit. But after 20 some odd years doing this, it's not uncommon to find loose screws anywhere I look on an RV. Now the good news is, because we're uphill a little bit, there's no puddling right there. All the water's been forced back to here. Look at that, free screw. Let's go ahead and peer over the side here. That sealant looks fine. The molding cap seal looks good. They do have a cap seal on this window. I like to see that. And we look pretty good there. I'm going to send you guys down for the last look at the top of a slide out. I haven't pointed it out, but Entegra is using roof repair tape as a flashing. It's not my favorite, but that's what the choice they made. If we look on top of the roof here, that's a Sirius XM antenna. I will lean just a little bit over the top. We'll take a look, and I think that's going to be the entire roof. That was the roof on this 2019 Entegra Anthem. It is not a gel coat fiberglass roof. This is a rolled fiberglass material known as Phylon. It is not seamless. It has seams all the way around, so doing this in the rain has proven my concerns that I've tried to show all these years with the ability to puddle water on the roof of them because of the seams all the way around. Now the roof is about 5 years old at this point. There's a few areas we want to touch up sealant on those sewer vent caps right there. The slide out toppers, the fabrics are torn on that side and they're getting worn on that side, so that's not great. And the patio awnings need to be adjusted so they close fully. I'm not a huge fan of running loom through the roof itself or into the cable entry point, so I would like to cut that back. And of course, I've already said there's way too many sewer vents on this roof. Otherwise, this roof's in really good condition. The self-leveling lap sealant's in great condition. I think there's just some improvements that Entegra could probably make. Otherwise, I'm going to get off the roof. I'll finish the inspection inside, and once I'm done, I'll take you on a quick tour of the inside. It's a beautiful coach inside, so Entegra did the inside right. All right, so channel 0. We'll try to both of them in here. Yeah, they need to be adjusted. All right, guys, I am finally done with the inspection, and we cleaned it up on the inside. And I do want to take you through a quick tour of the inside of this 2019 Anthem from Entegra. I do have the slide out rooms back in, because I always like to point out that this is one of the few manufacturers that has a recess or flush mounted slide out room. There's a hangover from when they were Travel Supreme, and it does remind me of high quality RVs. Just like my beloved 2001 Beaver Patriot Thunder that recesses back in there flush. It's kind of inexcusable that too many modern luxury RV manufacturers still have this gaudy fascia trim all the way around that you might find on any entry-level towable out there too. I personally don't think it's wrong to expect something that's in excess of $500,000 to have some pretty well-built and engineered slide-out rooms. Doesn't take much. Let me go ahead and put out all 4 slide-out rooms on this. Now, while I could go down to the hallway right there to the touch panel to operate the slide-out rooms, they at least gave me some options right here in order to do the slide-out room, so we can extend the super slide right here. All electric and still work the same way they did when these Entegras were Travel Supremes. All right, so now with all the slide out rooms extended, you can kind of see there's a lot more room in here, and it's beautiful. There's one thing I want to show you first. A large super slide that goes from the passenger seat all the way to the hallway there is a level out or flush floor slide out right here. So the dinette seat can be moved wherever you want it to be once it's all the way out. But now I can take you through the inside of this 2019 Anthem. Do want to point out, we did do a pretty deep cleaning on this at the shop here. It's going to need another finalized cleaning, and there are some things that'll still have to be fixed when it gets back to Kentucky. So do try to have some kindness for its condition. I am a little bit limited on my time and my ability here at the shop. Now basically, for brevity, we won't take a look on the outside because there's not much to see in there. And it's the inside where this luxury motorhome really excels anyways, if you guys didn't notice. The drivers and passenger seats are in wonderful condition. This does have a digital dash on it and a push to start, as holding that button down is longer than you need it to hold down. But you can see it does have a digital dash. There we can see the mileage at 36,297 miles. Thankfully on the Spartan, the Allison transmission still has a push button controls on it. I'm not a huge fan of the I'm not a very big fan of the transmission selector built into the steering wheel column there. Drive. That's kind of pathetic. This does have a 4-point hydraulic automatic leveling. This is from Equalizer. Only works with the ignition turned off. There's going to be the controls for the dash, digital dash on it. And you can see you can turn the batteries on and off from this point at the driver. Just rear of that will be the Hadley electronic air leveling system. So rather than having a mechanical ride height control valve, this does have electronic leveling on it. And while a smart dash isn't that impressive, it does have the tiny little toggles on either side to operate the multimedia center on the dash here. This does have side and rear view camera on it, and of course the built-in navigation. It's a pretty standard system right here that you might see in most modern RVs. And thankfully, for someone that prefers to have a dash camera in their RV whenever they're driving, this does have a lot of USB and 12-volt outlets installed on the dash. I just really wish they would put one on the front right here for the camera. As we look above, all the cabinetry, trim, doors, and drawer faces are all real solid wood. It does have an over-the-road TV above the dash, which is getting more and more rare. And we already saw the built-in solar on the roof above. On the floor down below, we will find a polished porcelain oversized tile made to mimic the look of plank real hardwood. But on the slide out over there, like we already saw, it does have carpet. But the rest of the flooring is all that tile flooring. And it will do a pretty good job of reflecting the beautiful ceiling above. Not opulent or over the top, but very serviceable. Driver's side front slide out, we will find one of the two sofas. Now this sofa does turn into a bed, which is just going to be the industry standard folding hide-a-bed with an air bladder on top to make it pretty comfortable. I would call this a full-size bed, not quite a queen-size bed. But now thankfully, the upholstery is in good condition, no cracking or peeling. They figured it out by 2019. Just rear of that sofa will be the galley. Now this does have a beautiful Corian solid surface countertop material, a 2-burner induction stove top with convection oven microwave above, and of course the all-important Fisher and Paykel drawer dishwasher down below. And it does have an asymmetrical under countertop mounted stainless steel sink. Now, even though this might look chrome to you, I would call this more like a white gold. So it does have a little bit of a yellow tinge to it. It's not rose gold, but it's definitely not chrome. But I think by far my favorite feature is going to be what looks like a chain link ceramic tile as a backsplash there. And I do always like anything that's backlit or underlit as indirect lighting, which is nice for your eyes. And even this raised countertop shelf in the back really adds to the functionality of the main countertop. There is a pull-out section right here for a countertop extension with more drawers down below. Crossing that slide out on the passenger side will be a second sofa. And there are a lot of manufacturers out here with a very similar floor plan. The most common one you'll probably be aware of is going to be Tiffin. But there are some subtle differences for sure. This sofa does turn into a bed also. And this one is brand new. And again, it is an air mattress with an intercoil spring foundation underneath it. Obviously, you can't use this bed at the same time as that bed, so only one at a time in this floor plan. But I would say this one looks to be about a full-size bed. Now, I already pointed out that the over-the-road TV is above the dash right there, but the main TV is set up to be viewed from this sofa right there. It's going to come on a televator. And above that, you'll find it does have a sound bar for surround sound system. This does integrate into the Firefly centralized network whole RV control. Just rear of that will be the dinette area. Now, of course, this does extend out for additional seating. There's a extension right there. It'll pop up. The whole thing will pull out a little bit more. So you can sit 2 more chairs here at this table. Same solid surface Corian countertop. And while that might look like a mar, that is actually the veining of the Corian countertop itself. I already tried to wipe that off like 5 times. Again, another second little countertop is a windowsill with indirect lighting underneath it. And speaking of the windows, these do all have day and night roller shades. And of course, unfortunately, from my opinion, they are power shades. And so if I were to do the day shades all right there, you can see all those power shades will come down and work. I just find it'll be a lot easier when I'm right over here at the dinette to pull it down, not walk all the way over to the central control right there. But that's enough of my complaining. Just rear of the dinette will be the residential refrigerator. Now this is a Whirlpool with the top section being the refrigerator, with a freezer drawer down below. And of course I do like water and ice in the door too. Now before we go through the double pocket doors to the bedroom, we'll take a direct right here to find a mid-coach bath. Now this does have a porcelain macerating toilet right here. It's just going to be a Tecma toilet that does operate. Same matching solid surface Corian countertop in the vanity sink with the seamless under countertop mounted sink. That same white gold fixtures and even mirrored medicine cabinets above. You should also see that the ceramic tile did carry on into the bathroom here with a indirect backlit on the toe kick area. Now as we go past here, past this double pocket door, we'll find the bedroom and the last 2 slide outs. Now this is a king size bed on this bedroom slide. It does have storage underneath it and a pretty nice looking headboard with your own controls right above your head right there. So you don't have to get out of bed to turn everything off. Now, just across from the bedroom slide will be the fourth slide out. We'll find the bedroom TV. It has its own Bose soundbar below it. A nice setup for dressers with drawers and useful countertop space above. And of course, this is a tidy little cabinet right there where we'll find the safe and the DVD player for the bedroom too. Now, as we move further back, there's one more bathroom here. So this is a bath and a half. We'll find a continuation of the tile flooring down below. This has a second mass rating Tecma toilet. And the bathroom vanity is a continuation of the bedroom slide out over there on the fourth slide out. So triple medicine cabinets above. It has the same matching backsplash from the galley over there. Striking features in its glass vessel sinks mounted underneath down below with the same white gold fixtures you've seen all over the coach. Directly opposing that will be a very large residential shower stall. It has the same matching accent tiles from the backsplash areas, and these are going to be real stone tiles as the shower walls. And because we do it so often now, I'm 6 foot tall. It's about a 5-inch step up right there. And let's see, I didn't hit my head, and I'm 6 foot tall, and I still have a few inches before I would hit my head. Definitely more than enough space in here. I'm a little surprised there's not a bench seat or a fold down bench seat. And then of course, because I didn't hit my head coming in, I don't even have to duck to get out of this. Now, just rear of the shower, because this RV still isn't done, we'll go past this pocket door, and this is all solid wood. We'll find the walk-in closet back here. There is a step up, so this is not a flat floor all the way across. It does have a step up, and there is carpet on the what I would call the shoe rack back here. That is going to be a cedar wood veneer paneling on the back, a pretty hefty closet rod, and a laundry center back here with the stacked Whirlpool washer and dryer. Now, just across from there would be another set of dressers and a linen closet with adjustable shelving on it. Like I said, this is all real solid wood, and it does have a very high gloss finish to it. But that was it. This was a 2019 Anthem. I think it's a pretty nice coach. Now, as a bonus, because we went through that so fast, I will show you what it looks like when all the slide-out rooms are in, because I brought them all in already for you. I don't normally show this part, but it does seem only fair when I compare it to an Allegro anyways, because usually on an Allegro, this aisleway is even smaller, so they're already doing pretty well there. There is room on the back of the driver's seat between the slide-out and the seat to actually recline the seat. Same thing with the passenger seat. So again, that's some good news too. There's a pretty decent aisleway, so I can walk down it without turning sideways. And while people could sit down on the sofa, they'd have to be staggered, and obviously if somebody was sitting here, they would have to get out of the way for anybody to go down the aisleway. Some more good news is that there is ample space right here for the stovetop, the sink, the microwave, and even the dishwasher down below. So no difficulty moving around right here. Bad news starts right here with the dinette. Because this is a level out floor, there's not a lot of room for the seat to be. So you can't sit in the dinette seats driving down the road very easily. Because if you try to reposition the seat, it's going to fall off the edge. Moving past here, now while it's nice that the table does extend out and get out of the way, so it does give a little bit of an aisleway, it is still pretty tight right here. So you would have to turn sideways to get past the slide out. The refrigerator does have water in the door, which is a bonus. You can get access to the freezer very easily. The right-hand door, get access very easily. But in order to get anything on this door, we will have to step by and open it to get access to it. And you'll need both of them open if you want to get anything out of here. And you can't see it, but there is a door handle in my back when I'm standing in front of the refrigerator. Now, speaking of that door handle, this goes to the mid-coach bathroom. It is a hinge door, so it does open up, but we can't open up any further than this because it does hit the fascia on the slide-out room. So you will have to kind of shuffle your way past here, going sideways. But once you're in the bathroom area here, none of this sink, toilet, or medicine cabinets will be affected by the slide-out room being closed. Now, the worst news comes when you try to leave the bathroom. To get to the bedroom, you have to close the door. Not going to fit through this opening with your shoulders. You're going to definitely have to turn sideways. And now I do like spelunking and exploring in caves, but this is pretty tight, even going sideways. Now it's only going to be for a few inches, because once you're past the fascia there, it does open up a little bit. You can get access to the king size bed right here. You can at least lay down in the bed with slide out rooms in on both sides comfortably and watch TV. But like most of these, if you want to get to the rear bathroom, you are going to have to hop over the bed. So that might be a little bit of a mixed bag for a lot of people out there, but I did want to point that out. That was a lot of fun, guys. I got to get down the road on another journey. Thanks a lot for joining me on this 2019 Anthem from Entegra. It's a beautiful coach. It's a pretty good layout with all the slide out rooms in. I would still like Entegra to change their roof design and go to a gel coat, fully seamless fiberglass roof for what they're asking for these things. I expect most of all this to be handled before I see this thing next, but if you guys do have any other questions or interest in it, don't hesitate to contact Doug Sewell with Sewell Motor Coach there in Harrisburg, Kentucky. I will put all the contact information in the description. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye. Sorry guys, can't see. Well, the rain has slowed a little bit and my beautiful mountains came back in view.